Oh, hello. Today we're talking about something that is everywhere online and has no hopes of going away in the future. As long as we keep putting famous people on pedestals. I'm spitting up in here. I got something to spit to you. Don't be mad at me. You clicked on this video to see me spit. And that something is stan culture. Yes. We're going there. Now, chances are, if you're watching this video, you already know what stan culture is, or maybe you've engaged in it in the past. If you're a mega devoted follower of a certain celebrity, I would have said fan, but a stan is different from a fan. Stick around for the rest of this video to find out what the difference is. But the term stan itself originated from an Eminem rap called, you guessed it, Stan. In this song, he uses the word stan in connotation with obsessed, boundary crossing, and potentially dangerous fans that famous people often counter as the result of having a very public-facing career. And this song came out way before the rise of social media, and it didn't become a popular slang term until celebrities started taking up spaces in the digital landscape. Amongst everyday people with having their own social media accounts, where fans were given more access to them than they had ever been given before. The era where we said to fan mail and hello to DM slides. So by the 2020s, most celebrities at this point have some sort of social media account, where they, or most often the case, a PR representative, showcases their brand and values, which comes with a double-edged sword for the celebrities because they run the risk of exposing their humanity if they make an oopsie, or some tea gets spilled about them from an insider that reveals them to be a bad person. And when celebrities with a dedicated standum are informed of this kind of information, there is no logic or reasoning with them. That their faith could be capable of doing anything wrong because of their unwavering loyalty to said celebrity. An undying loyalty that they are so deluded by, that they lose the ability to cognitively distance themselves from the famous person's work and from the famous person as a human who exhibits human behaviors. The good, the bad, and the ugly ones. And you know what's very peculiar is that stan culture seems to be the most prevalent in public figures that are in the music industry and online spaces that are oversaturated with influencers. I don't really see it as much with people that are prominent in the film industry. And I think that's because the songs of musical artists and content of social media influencers are presented as personalized to the individuality of the creators, whereas actors and actresses in the movies are playing pretend people. I mean, of course, some actors and actresses have stan clans, but from what I've seen, I definitely don't think that they're as toxic and borderline insane as the ones involving famous singers and influencers are. Getting stuck. And listen, it's okay to be a fan of a famous person and find resonance in what they create and put out to the public, or admire some facet of their personality that you find relatable. We're just human, and human beings are wired for social connection. We like to be mirrored back to and see the qualities that we like about ourselves represented in other people. We feel understood and seen, even if it's just a person on a screen. But consuming media of these glorified individuals from your phone, computer, or TV screen shouldn't be equalized to actual real-time interaction with somebody, because you're only being shown of these people what they want you to see. The most polished, professional version of them, not their human flaws and all. It gives their devoted fan base a false sense of intimacy by thinking that they actually know the celebrity, like the whole person. Stick around, because I'll get into parasocial relationships later on in the video. But we need to talk about another couple of problematic behaviors that are often found in stan culture before we talk about parasocial relationships. First, we gotta talk about the blind loyalty of these overzealous followers of these celebrities. Stans of a celebrity never dare to speak a bad word about their idol. An idol that doesn't even know they exist or care about them on an individual level. I hate to break it to you, but when you hear these famous people saying, I love you guys, they don't love you as an individual, but as a collective of hype people that overpraise them for doing the bare minimum good behavior. And if they're a bad person, they can depend on their stance to dismiss and defend their genuinely harmful behavior, whether it's them cheating on their partner, being outed as a racist or an or anything else that people of notoriety get canceled for, there's always an excuse because they can't be anything but an earthly angel. Like, for example, Ariana Grande's cheating scandal with SpongeBob. Now, I love Wicked. It is my whole personality. Who can say I've been changed for the better? But because I saw it, I have been changed for good. And I like her music. She's got a beautiful singing voice. I love her as an artist. But as a person, I can't really say that she's someone I would want to be besties with. She's gained a reputation over the years for being a homewrecker. And shortly after Wicked wrapped on filming, she quickly got with her long-lost brother, her Wicked co-star, SpongeBob, Ethan Slater, who separated from his wife, Lily J, who had just given birth to their son. The public was very quick to speculate that him and Ariana were having an affair during the duration of Wicked's filming. Of course, nothing has ever been confirmed, but given Ariana's past with how she has allegedly gotten with certain guys in the past, and Ethan Slater's ex-wife referring to her as not a girl's girl, and with lyrics featured in a select number of her songs, more specifically, hello, hi. Anyone who can put two and two together knows what's going on here. Now, thankfully, the majority of the public is on Ethan Slater's ex-wife Lily J's side, because it's easy to see from an unbiased mind that she was the one done dirty. She was the one who was wronged in this situation. But there are still Arianators online that Ariana is not in the wrong and she's an angel. She could never do such a thing, stealing a married man. The media just likes to speculate. Were they speculating those several other times that they were newly broken up with their girl and almost immediately got with Ariana? Really? These diehard Arianators can't separate Ariana Grande the singer from Ariana Grande the person. Yes, Ariana Grande may be a talented singer who can touch people with her music, but her being talented doesn't automatically translate into her being a moral person. Blindly defending your fave like this in the digital landscape breeds an online behavior that is very problematic and normalizes improper online etiquette. The incessant harassment and dogpiling that comes from angry and upset fans of a celebrity that is in hot water with the public. Woo, Nelly, I made a mess. I gotta pee. Continues to drink her iced coffee anyway. But now that the commercial break's over, let's get into harassment and dogpiling from celebrity standums. Now, this isn't just limited to celebrities who are bad people, but even to celebrities who have done nothing like disgustingly vile, but people just get a kick out of hating. Like Taylor Swift. She hasn't done like anything inhumanely cruel or criminal, but people just actively shit on her just because. Swifties will come for your motherfucking throat, even if you identify as a fan of Taylor Swift. When it comes to Taylor Swift standum, there is no gray area when it comes to the Swifties. And if you so much as state anything that contradicts the popular Swiftie opinion, from something as minuscule as an outfit she wore to a Chiefs game, to something as major as an honest review of her most recent album release, you will be attacked. That is a guarantee, 100% guarantee. They get all bon qui. They will cut you. That is literally why Swiftly Neutral was made. A Reddit thread that is dedicated to the opinions about Taylor Swift that are not black and white. This is how stan culture is. It cannot survive without a hive mind, and when you contradict what that group thinks, it creates an online space that is not only toxic, but also dangerous. The digital cesspools that are created from stan culture culture allows mob mentality to justify internet bullying simply because somebody disagrees with a popular opinion about a celebrity, or an anonymous insider spills tea on them that their stans don't want to hear because they need to keep worshiping the idea of their idol. Which is the perfect time for us to start discussing parasocial relationships, what you've been waiting for. Now, parasocial relationships is a buzzword going around, but in case you don't know what it is, a parasocial relationship is an emotional attachment to a person where the person being admired doesn't know the admirer exists. Some stans of well-known figures consume so much media of them that they fall into this false presumption of knowing them the way that they know a friend or a close, friendly coworker. So when something negative is said about their fave, it feels like a loved one is being attacked. So they take things personally and feel like they need to defend their honor.
Dishonor on your whole family. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow.
This kind of emotional attachment to someone you've never met in person and have only ever seen on a screen is extremely unhealthy and only feeds the feelings of loneliness that this kind of behavior often stems from. And not only that, but it encourages the need for a perfectionistic image that comes with being in the public eye. It's the literal reason why people fall in love with famous celebrities. They present themselves in this holy, untouchable light that makes people think that because they have money and fame, they must only do good with it and can only do things that a good person does. I mean, I'm not calling all celebrities bad people. I'm sure that there are genuinely good celebrities, but we just never know what somebody is like behind closed doors. And just because they're famous doesn't automatically make them sanctified individuals. And as I was doing research for this video, I came across a study on celebrity worship, and not surprisingly, it concluded that parasocial relationships are often formed in people who have insecure attachment styles. Psychologists use Bowlby's attachment theory and Ainsworth's types of attachments to explain celebrity worship. Bowlby's theory predicts that individuals who didn't form a strong bond with a primary caregiver in early childhood will try to find an attachment substitute as adults, and engaging in parasocial relationships allows them to do so. Moreover, according to the description of attachment types described by Ainsworth, suggests that individuals who formed insecure, resistant relationships with their caregiver early in life will be more likely to form parasocial relationships as they are too afraid of the criticism and rejection that are a part of real-life relationships. This behavior translates into clingy and jealous behavior in adulthood, making it difficult for such people to develop committed and lasting romantic relationships. Intensive celebrity worship allows them to engage in fantasy about the perfect relationship without heartbreak and rejection. Not only does it diminish our human capacity for building relationships in person, but there are crazed fans who exist that actually think that they know the celebrity and the celebrity knows them. Like the erotomaniac John Hinckley Jr., who attempted to assassinate former President Ronald Reagan in 1981 because he wanted to impress Jodie Foster, who he had developed an obsession with from watching Taxi Driver.
The 18-year-old actress was taking a sabbatical from Hollywood to attend Yale University. So Hinckley told his parents that he was going back to college. But at Yale, not Texas Tech.
About how he's going to go to Yale for a writing class that doesn't exist. And the whole time he spent stalking Foster. He finds out where she lives, slipping notes under her door.
Oh no, what is this? Who is this? Hello. Oh no, not you, Ted. Look, I really can't talk to you, okay? But do me a really big favor. You understand why I can't, carry on these conversations with people I don't know. You understand that it's dangerous and it's not done, not fair, it's rude.
Oh,
all right?
well, I'm not doing this.
Well, I understand that, but it's the same thing, okay?
So you just don't ever want to be home?
No.
In no uncertain terms that I am doing all of this for your sake. By sacrificing my freedom, and possibly my life, I hope to change your mind about me. This letter is being written an hour before I leave for the Hilton Hotel. Jodie, I'm asking you to please look into your heart and at least give me the chance, with this historical deed, to gain your respect and love.
Now, I don't feel like I can be a person of integrity if I sat here in front of you today and say I have never partaken in stan culture, because I have. For the newer viewers that haven't been here as long or haven't even been here at all, I am a loyal, unwavering fan of Mariah Carey. I even got a butterfly ring similar to the one that she always wears, as a token of my balanced admiration. But there was a point in my life from my late teens to my mid-20s where I was so devoted to her because I couldn't see her as flawed. Because her music is the literal soundtrack to my life, where she takes words that have been laying dormant in my soul and writes them out into song lyrics that are attached to heavenly melodies. Looking in, outside, close my eyes, come the on. But as I've grown and matured, it's easier to see her as just a person who just so happens to make the most beautiful music in human history, who is not immune to making human error, like marrying and procreating with Nick Cannon. No, but seriously, I still admire Mariah Carey very much. But at the same time, I can also not agree with her human choices. This bird's eye view perspective I now have of Mariah Carey is what separates a stan from a fan. So be a fan, not a stan. Standom is cringe and is what keeps famous people idolized as puritanical gods. And without stans, celebrities wouldn't be as powerful and influential as they are. I mean, they would still be influential and powerful, but they wouldn't have a group of thousands or millions of people defending their horrible actions if they're a bad person. And as far as I know, ow, that actually hurt. The tip of my fingertips literally just hit my legs and it hurt bad. As far as I know, putting anyone on a pedestal isn't healthy, nor does it benefit anyone. So now that I've admitted to being part of stan culture in the past, it's time for you to do your part and come clean with me now. Have you ever been a stan of a famous person? Spill the tea in the comments and tell me about the experience. Really? No, really. I want to know. I want us to be able to confront our pasts together, and we can't do that unless we can be vulnerable with each other. But that's all I have for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching till the very, very end. Please give this video a thumbs up, and I sure as hell would love it if you subscribe to the channel, because I want you to be notified every time I put a new video out for you. All you gotta do is just click that subscribe button like ping! And when you turn your notifications on, you know when I've come back to chat. All right, people, stay cool, have a balanced perspective on your favorite celebrities, and I'll see you next time. Bye!